if this look okay, because realistically speaking, right, if I'm wrong, this breaker structure is going to get violated, and I think we just got violated. All right, we just got absolutely violated hard. But the setup was nice. Was really nice. And you know what? It just flipping nah. Oi, nah, mate. Don't do that. Don't you do that to me. I'm not gonna, because I'm not gonna be taking anything here. Brava. Bro, what is this? What is this, brother? Brother, what you doing? Alright, I just created this session. Let's get back testing then. Alright. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start off. Well, we need to go to London for next day. 23. Now it's London session. That's great. And well, I think we're just breaking above or below. Let's see. To get to, is it London session yet? Or is this? Oh, it's UTC as well, I think. Oh, I just missed out on so much price action. It's alright. Okay, actually, starting off, we're gonna do is we're gonna go take a look at the higher time frame. Are we bullish or bearish? By the looks of things, we are bearish. Our last break of structure was right here, 4 hour internal break. We could potentially be getting a move like that, but I doubt that. We're definitely going bearish at the moment. Now we're bearish on the higher time frame, but if you take a look at what's going on right here, we can clearly tell we are bullish for the time being, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to trying to follow the trend. So let's do 50-minute breaker structure. Was that 15 minutes? Let's do a 30-minute. 30 minutes better. 30-minute BOS. Price is into a very good, decent area. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be taking something like this. The reason being is because this would just be a fractal, which is a continuation of the 15-minute move. I'm going to have to enter there now because I kind of missed it. Stop loss about that much. We're going to target all the way up there. Market entry. And then let's see what happens. So not just that, maybe if we can get something for this. I mean, this is almost equal highs. This is literally equal highs. So technically speaking, this could very well go down instead. So we could probably be looking at maybe this move down, because we did just get a shift like that, but we at the same time we got equal lows. So it's either or. This is 50-50. I would sort of rather avoid this. We're just going to stick with what's happening here on NZD. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to trail my stop loss there. Let's see what happens. Maybe does it hit TP or not? Alright. So we get a nice little 3-star to start it off. So let's just quickly go over the confluences as well. Now, I used to just target the 50-minute structure, but now I'm just going for the trades that have a high probability. So just the low, since I'm taking the trades on the lower time frame, I'm just going to target the lower time frame structure. So this is actually more external, but I'm just gonna write it as internal. It's fine. It's not that deep. And then we got a 1-minute unmitigated extreme POI. Now, one of the changes that I made in my system recently is that I don't use the XY anymore. It just sort of confuses you sometimes. So of course the weak structure is all the way up here. So we're not done. We're going to be taking more trades in this direction. I would like to, one second, let me mark this out, because on EU there was not like a clear shift. Like this is clearly a move down, so I just try to avoid it, so it's fine. Now as for this, what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to be trying to look for continuations to the upside. Now I just want to get a nice 1-minute internal break. Now this, realistically, let me just write it down, it's better. It's external structure, so it's got higher probability. And then right now what I'm looking at is going to be an internal structure. So since the external structure has been taken, it's very likely, not very likely, but there's a very good chance, there's there's a probability that price could come back into this zone, then get a shift internally to go back up. But what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna try to trade the leg that's already going up as is. So for example, this POI right here, I shouldn't have played it, my bad. That is not good because I just missed my trade. It's all right, I'll take the next one. So this POI right here would be a trade that I would be taking until I would just be taking these continuations until I get stopped out, and then I would wait until price realigns with the target, and then I would all right, we got stopped down that. Then I would wait for it to realign with the target and then start taking setups again. And I think what I just messed up on is I should have used this POI, but this itself is not a good trade because the confluences are not great. So it's okay, that's fine so far. Let's see what else is going on. We never got a shift here still. I'm just waiting for price to shift back up, and I think we just got this one. 1 minute internal break. This is very like internal, but you know, I have to take it because it is aligned with the trend. So we go internal break. I'm gonna try to enter off. Let's do this imbalance maybe. If price can come all the way down here to give me a better entry, so I can get a higher risk to reward ratio potentially. Let's see. Oh, come on. All right, fair enough. Let's take the next continuation as well. 1 minute internal break. Let's take this one. Does it have good confluences? It's got imbalance. That's great. Well, I think realistically on AU, let me see. We did just shift up. But my problem is I didn't get a shift down. That's my only problem right now, so I'm trying to ignore it. So I'm just going to stick with NZD at the moment. Let's see what we can get. I just have to take these until I get stopped. So let's see. Do we get a mitigation on this? We do get a mitigation and we got stopped. All right, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I'm just put that there. Did it have good confluences and everything? Yes, we did. We had inducement, we had imbalance right there. So what ended up happening was this order flow shift down actually got reacted to. So now, since we've come to this area, even though that's the weak structure, what I'm going to do is I'm going to shift my focus on AU, I think, because we do have equal highs and we are quite high up. So potentially we could be looking at this being the weak structure. I'm not going to take it right now because it's a bit like unclear. So I'm going to wait until price actually gets to that zone, right, before I make any like trades. So I'm going to be waiting for price to just shift back up, same exact thing, waiting like for a good shift now. So for example, look at this one. That's a good shift, but price ended up breaking structure up again. So what ended up happening, if we take a look like this, what ended up happening was price came to the extreme external demand zone and we're reacting off of it. So if you look at the market like this, break of structure, price came to the extreme, we got inducement, and now we're playing off. So this would have been the trade going up. I just did not take that, so that's going to be something that I put in my notes, because we've got everything aligned. We just have to, we know that the extreme zones have the highest probability, so I should have known that in my head. So like for example right here, I've got 1 minute break of structure. This is the next continuation. I would be taking this right here. I would be trying to go up. Okay, that's gone. So our weak structure target is all the way up there. This is our next continuation. We've got good confluences for this as well. About that much. We're gonna target the internal structure again. All right, that's fine. Let's go for the next continuation. As it's breaking the 15-minute weak structure, let's see if we can get a better POI. I think this is good enough. This is more than good enough. This is perfect. All right, we're gonna target the weak structure again. Now this has a good probability of playing out. It's one of my models. So basically when you're in like a very trending, let's see if it even mitigates first. All right, fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, 1 minute. 1 minute. Protected low. It had very good imbalance. It was breaking the structure, but it ended up being a fail to break. Not much I can do about that. Come on. 3. Nah. Let's see AU. What's it doing? We got, I think we might be getting head and shoulders pattern here. So there's two things. You know what? We'll just chill out for now, because it is later in the day. I don't think much is gonna happen. Yeah. We need to come back 8 AM again. Alright, so we're gonna, oh shoot. Alright. What we're gonna do is gonna start off with the 15-minute time frame again. What can we see? We can see a 15-minute break of structure right here. You can see a 15-minute demand right here. We already know that this is the weak structure as of right now. Same thing here. We're gonna go target this high up there. We've got imbalance reaction right here. Is it 8 AM yet? It's UTC +1. We need to do a little bit more. Is it 8 AM? 8 AM? Nah. 8 AM now. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be taking this right here. If it lets me in. It's got very good imbalance, good confluences, perfect setup. We'll be targeting the internal structure. Here, let's see if we can get another POI for this. We're just trying to go up, so there's no reason for me to not get into these setups. What is going on with the other one? All right, that one went. All right, that's fair. So right now I'm just gonna focus on AU. That looks like the continuation still. Did we get a mitigation? We get our mitigation. Now we're, 1 second, let's write it down, make it look good. So we got our 3-minute internal break, we got our 3-minute protected structure. Now guys, remember this, you have to remember one thing is that on the higher time frame we are still bearish, right? If we just look at structure alone. However, let me just make this all the way up there. However, what I'm doing is I'm just trading the 15-minute time frame right now, because I don't know when it's going to start reversing, so I'm just going to follow the trend instead. So that's the whole idea behind it. You know, for example, the reason why I use the 3-minute as well is because it gives you, there's less noise, it's clearer structure. So how much are that? It's 3 out. Okay, let's mark that out. Let me see NZD. What the hell? What is this? I think NZD is glitched. All right, whatever. Let's see if this hits TP. Alright, we got a TP right here. So what I'm going to be doing next is, since I've got this target right here, I'm just going to be following the trend. There's literally no reason for me not to. Right, so this is going to be the next setup. This is our last break of structure. We're trying to push higher. So let's see if we can, oh, we might be getting a mitigation here. I know the external structure has been taken. However, you know, you don't know sometimes when it's like very close, because I don't know what's going to happen. Obviously, sometimes it just reacts from like the small breaks that happen, like this one. Maybe this ends up as a loss, which is fine, but sometimes it don't end up as losses. So all I have to do is just follow the trend in it. And another thing that I do is I take the protected structure and I put +1 for my pip stop loss, +1 pip from the stop loss, I mean, sorry, so 1.2, so I do 2.2. Now if I've got spreads, I'll do like a little bit more because of that. As long as I'm getting like around 2 risks to reward, ideally 3 risks to reward, it's fine. So next one is going to be this one right here, 3-minute downward break. We've got this continuation right here. Now I really don't care what the risk to reward is going to be on this one, because it's a high probability trade. Even if it's 1, bro, I'll take it. Whatever. So we get mitigation, and and then we hit TP as well. So you know, you just have to look at the actual confluences for the trades. That's what really matters. For example, right here you can clearly see we've got very good imbalance, or if you want to call it fair value gap or whatever, it doesn't matter. Okay, and then this one, same thing, it's got a very good imbalance right here. Now what I've entered off of for this one is of course this 1 minute demand POI. You just have to make sure that you count the spreads in so these results are more accurate. Okay, so of course if it was like a 5 spread, I would have this as a 2.7 pip stop. Yeah, you would get less risk to reward, but that's part of the game. You know what I mean? You have to go with probabilities. If you worry too much about your risk to reward and stuff like that, then what I found in my experience, you end up doing worse, because then you start picking and choosing your setups, and you know, you start picking and choosing your setups, and you start like ignoring some trades on purpose just because you know they're not yielding you the RR that you want. It's fine though. Next one is going to be 3 minute internal break. I'm gonna use the Fibonacci tool for this one. Now this is lower probability because we have broken the structure, so it's very likely that we might be getting a reversal, but it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna keep on until I get stopped out, you know, because I didn't even get mitigated. I don't think I got mitigated in this. What? Oh, I put my okay, I messed up. Actually, you know what, let me just do this. Get rid of the background. Why are the values, why does it look like that? Let me get rid of, or get rid of this garbage. I mean, I don't know what else I need to do. Wait, trend line, get that off. Let's make the actual color less. Okay, so this would have been the trade. All good though. I didn't get mitigated. Where did I put my stop? So 4.15, about that much. It's a one risk to reward, which is fair enough. It's fine. Now this, I'm gonna stop trading now. That's enough for the day. That is enough, I think. Because okay, another thing, just look at the confluences once again. You've got imbalance right here. Just look at this sequence, right? Because you've got your higher time frame. Clearly here, external structure on the 1 hour. We can see that we shifted. Alright, we're trying to go up and up and up. So all I'm doing is I'm just continuing that trend of going up, right? So instead of like, you know, looking at the smallest order flow shifts, because like I know a lot of people that would be taking trades like this, you know, taking sells against a trend like that, and not even look at what the actual overall direction of the market is, right? Now what I used to do is I would just, you know, take every single one of these setups and I would just target the weak structure. Like I would get a lot more risk to reward, but right now I'm just going probabilities. So since I'm trading the 1 minute time frame, I'm just going to follow the 1 minute weak structures instead. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna forward test instead. Okay, instead of actually taking these trades, I just want to see how many more would play out, because this was the second one and it ended up playing out. Now this trade itself, on the 1 minute time frame, has it's got imbalance. It's not bad. I think like at this stage the volume is most likely going to start to die out and probably going to get stopped out sooner or later. Now as you guys know, I did not look at NZD completely because look at where we are. We're overbought, right? I don't know when it's gonna start to come back. Oh wait, by the way, this one, wait, Tuesday, this was on Tuesday, right? This whole time. Oh, this one almost came to my POI. I just realized. What was I doing? Wait, could I have taken this? Oh, I never mitigated. But that's fine, because if it never mitigated, since it came to a very good zone, did we get an order flow shift up? Nope. Wait, did we? No, we didn't. We couldn't have actually taken that, so it's okay. I mean, realistically, I could have, because I do have other ways of entering, but I'm gonna, like, I've recently just completely stopped using them because they end up like looking at all the other noise that's happening on the 1 minute. So for example, I would have taken this by looking at the fact that this is equal lows, and then we got a break up and I would have entered there, right? But I tend to think that this is just internal structure. I just want to look at the overall structure, right? it's high probability. But if it had entered me, that would have been a full risk to reward trade. That would have been absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, never mitigated. All right, all good. That's fine. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to keep on looking at how many more continuations does it actually run on. That's another one. That's another one. All right. Look at that. How many is that? Damn. That's another one right there. But I mean, of course, it's later in the day and doesn't have the best confluences. So I'm just going to ignore this. Let's come back next day. Okay. So, okay, this is still Asian session. We're going to keep on playing this until 8 a.m. What do we have here? 8 a.m. All right, so now what we're going to be looking at is the fact that we just because of course we know that overall we are still bullish, right? External structure clearly bullish. Ends of day, we are still clearly bullish, right? We just got this liquidity swept right here. This is equal lows on the 15-minute time frame, and then we do have this this is internal structure, by the way. This is lower probability, right? Realistically speaking, what would most likely happen due to the fact that we're overbought is most likely this price failing to break this high over here, and we would be like pulling back. So there's a very good chance that now the trades that I'm going to be taking are going to end up as losses, but I'm going to take them either way. It's fine. So I'm going to do, you got equal lows right here down to the 1 minute time frame. We can see that we just got an order flow shift up. This is our last break. Let's see, do we have good confluences? We don't. So I'm gonna ignore this. This is a very, I mean, should I take this? I don't know if I like this one. I'm gonna actually ignore that. I don't like it. I really don't like it. It looks horrible because, and let me just go over why. Because if you look at the overall external 1 minute structure, it's because we can clearly see that we are still bearish overall, right? Because this was our last break of structure externally, so 1 minute break of structure, and we're reacting. Now, if there was enough buying pressure, we would have already gone and we tried to break that high, but so there is still no shift. We are still bearish on the 1 minute time frame. So realistically speaking, this is what most likely is happening, right? So I would, even though the higher time frame and the 50-minute time frame is bullish, we would be trading counter trend still, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ignore this just in case. I would rather have a high probability, and as you guys can see, ended up doing exactly as I thought. So realistically, I could have potentially taken this knowing the fact that we are on the right side of the market, meaning let me just represent this in a better way. So if you look at this zone right here, this is going to be like the head and shoulders pattern. If you look at like the 3 minute time frame, we can see that we just externally shifted, and this was like the bullish side. This was the head up here, then we got our shift, and now we're just heading down. So all of this right now is just going to be bearish market, right? On the right side of the market. So it's taking longs here is going to be low probability, right? So instead of taking any trades, I'm probably going to so like we got equal highs there. Let's see if we can maybe get a continuation. No, okay, external structure has been taken. I'm gonna be waiting again. Like, I don't ideally want to take this because realistically the idea behind this is, yeah, okay, we are bearish, that's right, but this bearishness can end at any moment, right? So because externally we are bullish, so at any moment this can shift. Now if I want it to be the highest probability, I would be waiting for the 15-minute to shift back to bullish before I take any trades. So that's something else that I need to keep in mind. So let's just see what happens to the trading the 1 minute time frame or the 3 minute, and well, we just got, I think we just got smoked, didn't we? Yeah. If I had taken, see, I tried to continue that trend, but since overall we are still bearish, we ended up no, sorry, we're still bullish. We ended up breaching that supply, right? So because like this is just choppy price action, so I would sort of just ignore this. I would focus on AU more. Now if we look at this, we're still bearish again. No need for me to do anything. If, okay, you know what, I might as well take a counter trend trade Let's just see what happens. This is our... Should I take it? Or should I just follow my rules? I think I should follow my rules. This is going to be bad practice. And the change of character is not the best either, so I'm not going to take it for now. I would take it now, actually, if this comes back. No, if it actually comes back, then that means it's sort of failing to break this, so I would ignore that. I think I'm just going to wait this out for now. There's not much going on. Not much. I mean, NZD should completely get ignored anyway. 5 minute. We're still bearish. Still bearish. I would just wait, bro. There's not much for me to do. Now, look. We do have equal lows here. That's great and all, but we're still bearish. So what I'm going to do is now... I will... So we got a clear 15-minute breakout structure. This is internal, remember. External is bullish still. So this is going to be counter trend. We've got a 15-minute supply right here. And if price comes up here and we get a fail to break, then we can potentially trade in the opposite direction. Okay, so we do get a mitigation here. Oh, by the looks of it, I think something's happening. We do get a shift up on the 1 minute. And okay, we just get a shift. All right. So now that we got a shift, this is back to being high probability trades for the 15-minute. No, yeah, for the pro trend continuation. So we got 15-minute internal change of character. This is internal. Now, what caused this order flow shift up? Well, that would be nice if I could actually see in the 30-minute. No, I can't. On 1 hour time frame, we can see. You know what? Let's just use the 15-minute. We got this 50-minute imbalance right here that caused the market to shift up. Okay, so now we're clearly bullish. No need to go down. Now I would be paying attention to NZD a bit. Let's see what caused this reaction. Because this one is about to go check out the weak structure, so this is gonna give me a nice continuation probably. We just got a shift up right here. Did it close? Let me see. We just got a close above. We got a 15-minute internal change of character right here. Internal. Now what I want to do is I want to look for a order flow shift back up to potentially start ticking. Oh, I mean, I would, but it's not got the best confluences. Let's just see though if it were to play out. Now realistically, okay, this one I would enter about there. Oh, okay. Another thing that you have to remember is where you are at the moment. We can clearly see that we're not at the extreme, so this could just be, you know, still in the pullback, but okay, ended up as a win. That's nice. Second one, not got any confluences anyway, so I'm not gonna take it. This is looking kind of garbage still. You know, the momentum just died completely. It's not looking like the best. It is 3 and 3 as well, 3 p.m. All right. Okay, you know what? I'll take this. I will take 1 minute internal change of character. I don't want to kill my RR, so what I'm gonna do is because if we look at this area, you know, I'll even do the Fibonacci thing. 0.5, we're well below, right? We're in a very discounted. Oh, is it discounted or premium? Discounted zone, yeah. Discounted, and I mean, the confluences are not the best. I will say that is something to keep in mind. However, I'll still take it. Let's see. We get stopped, I think. All right, we get stopped. All right, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. 1 minute POI. Confluences were not the best. The imbalance was not that great either. 1 minute internal protected structure. I think maybe we might be getting a reaction off of here, this supply to go down maybe, unless we get a shift back up. If we do, that would be nice. I mean, it's 5 p.m. now. I don't really want to take this, but if I were to take anything, I would be taking this long right here. You know what? We'll forward test this. Let's see. You know what? Since we're all the way down, ideally, you just want to target this, but I'll target all the way up there. Let's just see what happens. 7.6R. Because this is just a continuation of the 50-minute trend. Alright, we get stopped. Alright, fair enough. Wait, this is why. This is a very good example, look. Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright, look at this. 1 minute internal change of character, same idea. Now look, if I had taken this 1.8 RR -1, fair enough, okay, we get stopped on this, but look, we get a change of character, price comes back into that zone, and then we get 2.2, 3.3 or 3.2, whatever, and we will target the internal structure. So 1.6, we're up 0.88 plus 2.5, so we're up about 3R, 3.2R, right, by just following the internal structure rule, right? This is why I don't target the external structure anymore, right? Because this stuff, I used to get break even so much because this, just because I'm trying to target like the high risk to rewards, whereas I'm still going to be getting like a 3.2 RR if I had taken all these trades. Okay, 3.22, just to give you guys perspective. Okay, if you're risking, like, this is a 200k account backtest, okay, so even if you're risking 0.5% like I am, getting 3.2 to RR about that much is equivalent to $3,220, right? Minus commissions, probably like 3,100 or 3,000, right? 200 in commissions, $3,000 in a day just from taking trades like this. Listen, that's a lot of money. That's what you have to understand. That's a lot of money. Just imagine, this is on one day. Imagine how much work you have to do to get 3k. People spend years, right, to save up like 10k. You're making about a third of that, right, in a day. Come on, bro. And you can make way more throughout the month or the week. You just have to be patient and let's see what's happening here. You just have to be patient and just take what your system is telling you to take, you know what I'm saying? So we got a 15-minute internal break, 15-minute internal change of character. This is gonna be now it's gonna start to get tough because now the price is not as clean, right? Obviously, because if we look, we just got a 15-minute internal change of character, but if you look at the external structure, what has happened? We've just shifted auto flow bearish externally, right? So, but we got equal lows on the higher time frame, almost equal lows on the 30-minute, definitely equal lows on the 4-hour, right? So that could be a good sign that we're going for this, but it's lower probability because we don't know 100%, because we breached the external structure. So I do not know whether that's going to get taken or not. However, for NZD, there's a clear target. All I have to do is come in here, look for a nice breaker structure and just take a continuation. For example, right here, if this had confluences, I would take it. If this one, let me see where we are. You know what? I'll take it. I don't care. I do not care. I would realistically on a trade like this, I would use the Fibonacci right there. Take like the 0.7. So I'll wait if it goes there. So 4.1, 5.2 ish. Let's see. When it gets back to that 0.7 line, I'll enter. Okay. Alright, that's enough. Market. Because I'm just doing this because this is how I would have entered right here. So I would have gone in drawdown and then I would have been in the trade. So let's see. Do we hit TP or do we get smoked? By the looks of it, we might be hitting TP here. Maybe. I'm not going to say anything. Okay, not anymore. I lied. Alright, this is just going slow. We're going to get stopped. Let's be real. Alright. Fair enough. Now let's evaluate the trades. The breaker structure, not the best, to be fair, compared to my previous trades. Not the best. Internal break. Got breach. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I think that's a fair loss. Yeah, I think that's a fair loss. Alright. What we're going to do is we're going to wait for price to... I think we're going to wait for price to come back and give me a shift back up. Because I need... buys. That would make the most sense to me. So you got a change of character right here. 1 minute internal change of character. We've got internal breaker structure right there. And then I mean, like, these trades don't have the best confluences, man. That's what's like bugging me. Like, okay, this one, for example, this one's got good confluences, but now at the same time there's a few things to remember. One, we just got equal highs. So this could just be that we are failing to break the high, meaning that we're in a complete reversal. Complete reversal and targeting this low over all the way down there, right? So it's a bit of a tough one, but you know what? You have to do what you gotta do. If it's got good confluences, then there's a probability that it will play out anyway. So I'm gonna do that. Just gonna follow the trend, even though this is actually technically count. Okay, well, we just broke structure up. No more trade. That's tough. All right, we're gonna be waiting. Oh, I mean, I did not notice. Thing is, these candles look a bit different too than what they do in trading view, so it's fair enough. This would have been 2.1, 2 point, a bit more like that. That's a trade. Let's see, what else do we have? And EU. I mean, you know what? I think it would be smart to wait until we get into a more discounted zone. I think so. Equal highs. Well, we just broke up. Okay. Okay, now we're talking. Now we are talking. Price came to the extreme, respected. Okay. There's like no way. I mean, okay, there's still a chance that we might get smoked, but it's most likely gonna go break this high now, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a continuation up towards that direction. Now, just because I don't want to miss a trade, I'm gonna put it at the imbalanced entry, and I'm gonna 2.1. Let's make it 3. If we get a 2 rest of the world, that's more than good enough. Yeah, 2.2 is a lot if we get this. Do we get mitigation? And it goes without us. That is unfortunate. That is very unfortunate. All good though. EU. It's definitely going for the high. Our target is right there. We got a trade right here. We're gonna enter off the Fibonacci. Do about this much. 0.7. Confluences wise, it doesn't have the best confluences on the 3 minute. However, I'll show you what I'm gonna be doing. We're gonna put it there for now. If you look at the 1 minute, you know what? I've got an idea. I don't want to enter like that. I will be entering from here, like that. Imbalance, get a higher risk to the reward trade, something like that, and then enter there. Let's see if we can get mitigation. It goes without us. Fair enough. Fair enough. Let's look at the next one. It doesn't have the best confluences again. And the breaker structure. Okay. Okay. This is the next one. Now I'm gonna. Okay. I'm only gonna take this because of the fact that EU has not reached its target yet. So that means most likely gonna play out as well. Maybe. Maybe not. We'll see. We don't even get a tap in. Fair enough. We don't get a mitigation. EU. Okay, surely. Okay, we got trade here. Okay, I would have taken this, by the way. No imbalance though. I have to follow my rules. Can't just randomly take any one that I see. Gotta be logical. This one has amazing confluences. Right, so why is it not letting me? Alright, there we go. Now all we need is a mitigation. Did we get it? We got mitigation. We're in. Fair enough. Target is going to be up there. It's about almost 2 rest of the world. Did we get a TP? Maybe not. Okay, we get stopped. Alright, that's fair enough. Not every time it's going to play out, but we did follow our rules, so that is perfect. By the looks of it, we might be going to target this low now, but I'm just gonna, yeah, alright, fair enough. That is just unfortunate. Now, sometimes this happens because price wants to target, what's it called? It's creating an inducement for our zone below here to then go and target the high. So that could be what happened, but at the same time, by the looks of things, I think we are not doing that. We're actually targeting this low right here. Because if you look at the 1 hour time frame, that looks like a horrible break. On the 4 hour, that's definitely going to be equal highs, right? So I think we're just going for the low, maybe, right? So I'm going to be a bit careful about what I'm taking, and I'm going to wait until it gets to this stage to confirm that it wants to go break that low. And you know what? I'll actually, in fact, forward test this. Let's see. Would we actually hit our take profit if I were to do that? Okay, now I would take this. Let's do Fibonacci. It's got imbalance. Not looking bad at all. 7.5 around there. Not the best data. Okay, well, it is what it is. Alright, now that is just gone. Fair play. You know what? I think we're just gonna... Wait. Is this doing what I'm... Okay, okay, we're not done. Because we were bearish, remember, overall. Externally, we are bullish on the 1 hour time frame. We were in a very high zone, so I mean, premium zone. So this is actually the continuation to move lower. That's fair. All right. So let's see if we can get a nice continuation until the weak structure, maybe. I mean, by the looks of it, not really. Not really. Maybe we'll get it tomorrow in London session, potentially. Let's see. Or maybe we'll just go and break it now. Hopefully not. Is it ATM? Okay, we've got ATM now. We've got 15-minute POR right here. We got a reaction. We've got a shift down. We're trying to move lower. We've got our weak target. We've got a POI. We got it. Let me just put this down. That's 8. Oh. Limit. Alright. Okay, this is not looking good anymore. This price broke structure down. Let me just actually evaluate the higher time frame. I think what's actually happening on the 4 hour. If I could actually go on the 4 hour, that would be nice. You know what? Let me refresh this. Maybe that's why. Alright, please let me go on the 4 hour. Alright. I need the 4 hour to actually know what's going on. Alright, so we've got a 4 hour supply right here that's being reacted to. 4 hour breaker structure. 4 hour is very important, but every time I backtest on this, I can't actually get access to it because it just stops working for some reason. Don't know why. Okay, that's very, very interesting. Alright, this is a bit of a tough one. Let me just figure out what I want to do. We got a 4 hour change here. Gotta change that. We got... This was our last breaker structure. But price... Because, you know, clearly on the daily, we're trying to go down. So overall, this is the weak structure. But at the same time, I would think the fact that we got this insane reaction. This is a very crazy reaction. Price just came in, wicked off straight away, and it completely reversed. I think for that reason, maybe we could be going for this high as the target, maybe, but that's like looking too much into the future. As of right now, I'd be thinking, what's happened to the last... All right, we did wake up from here. Right, okay. Oh, the 1 hour we did break, so we have shifted on the 1 hour time frame. That's okay. You know what? Let's wait for the 15-minute to shift bearish before I take sells. That's number one. But if we don't get a shift, then that clearly means we're trying to go for the high, which I think might be what's happening. Maybe. I think this demand zone is being respected, so this high is technically weak. What's happening on the 15-minute? So, because like for the time being right now, 15-minute is bullish. Our last breaker structure was bullish. And why did it not go and break this low straight away? It didn't break the low straight away, meaning I think this could potentially. It's just a possibility. Only until it's just back down. that we could be going for this high, maybe, right? This is not 100%. The low is definitely weak still, but this happening is like a very low probability. Oh my god, that was a voice crack. Ignore that, please. All right, that is a very low probability move. Okay, so I'm not going to be looking at that. I'll be looking at probably a continuation up instead on NZD because it looks better. So if we can get maybe a continuation up, this is counter trend, remember, but external structure has been taken. This could very well just end up as a loss, which is, you know, fair enough. Not much I can do about that. And we just absolutely gone up like crazy. All right, EU, I could have taken that. I should have taken that, in fact. Actually, I just messed up. I think I just got nervous taking that trade, even though we're back testing. Emotions got in the way, I think. Why was I nervous taking this trade? Why? It's just a nice little fractal. Now fractals I usually used to tag like that, but why did I not take that? Yeah, I definitely just got nervous. Like, if we just look at the way this trade is, 15-minute internal break, 15-minute demand POI, it came to the extreme. Then you got your 15-minute internal protected low. This is internal structure, by the way. It's got imbalance and it came back and we got a nice shift up, right? And it came to the extreme. So this was actually a very good trade. A very good trade. And then after this, you should just be taking a continuation up. Oh, shit, I missed it. And it would have been a loss. All right. And the breaker structure wasn't the best. Fair enough. Whatever. It's all good. Now, in fact, though, no, like, look, these are the type of trades I want to be taking. Look at this imbalance. Look at the breaker structure. That's the type of stuff you should be taking. Not any of that other garbage. Now, look, for example, this one. Let's be for real, okay? We broke structure. Maybe we might be getting a head and shoulders pattern and trying to go down again, because there is, you know, imbalances. Is there an imbalance there? Imbalance right there. As soon as it tapped into this, we might be getting a reaction to go back down, maybe. But you know what? Yeah, actually, you know what? This is counter trend. I shouldn't do that. And on this one, we got equal highs on the 15-minute. So what I'll do is I'll take this continuation moving down. This would be, would this be counter or pro trend? On the 15-minute, it's still counter trend though. That's the thing. It's counter trend. I'm not gonna take it just because of the fact it's counter trend. I wouldn't target that though. Let's do that much. And I think this should end up, yeah, okay. Counter trend, but head and shoulders, not head and shoulders, sorry. Equal highs on the 15-minute and ended up playing out. That is something else I'll be putting in my notes. Very, very important. Internal change of character. Now, another thing that I'm trying to get better at is understanding probabilities, okay? Because the thing is, just because there was equal highs on the 15-minute, it's not 100% going to work out every single time, right? So I need to understand that even though it's counter trend, this, that, like, it's not going to work out every single time, but it could play out. So if I just take them over the long run, since it plays out anyway more times than it doesn't play out, I will be profitable, right? So that's what I'm trying to get good at. So realistically speaking, like, yeah, cool, it ended up as a win, but how many times will it end up as a loss actually, right? In this exact conditions, like being against the trend on the higher time frame, however, on the 15-minute being bullish, and then being in this area specifically after we broke the 15-minute structure, and now we're in a pullback zone, right? So how many times is pullback actually going to happen? Because there's many times where price ends up like reacting from somewhere here to go back up. So realistically, then it would get stopped out. And I think, I'm pretty sure earlier in this back test, I did get stopped out on one of the trades like this. So, you know, they won't work out every time, but when they do work out, do they outweigh the times that don't work out? You know what I mean? Is it actually profitable in the long run? That's what matters. Not if it plays out now, okay, yeah, it needs to play out every time. That stuff, you need to get that out your brain. You can't be doing that. Now let's see if we get a reaction to go back up. Okay, now that is news. I could not have ever predicted that. All right. Maybe I could have. Okay, I could have 100% took like a late entry, but I mean, I don't trade like that. Okay, so that's fair enough. That is fair enough. Like, look, we get equal highs right there, right? How many times is that actually gonna play out? Or is the fact that we come to this extreme zone now, and maybe if we can get a reaction and then shift back up, did we? No, we didn't. And the day we did get. Oh, I mean, you know what? These conditions are just horrible. I think I might just ignore this stuff. Maybe. Like, this one would be the only one that I would be taking, just because of the fact that it's breaking. But I would still be like a bit careful with what I'm doing. That's nice. That would have been the only valid trade for me for the day, because we got our equal lows again, and then we had our weak structure, and this was as it was breaking the weak structure. And as that was happening, we also had, like, look at the breaker structure. It's not the best, but it's still a break. Okay, it's an imbalance, not the best break. It's a bit. Oh wait, this was at 2 p.m. All right, I'm becoming a bit more hesitant. This is not good. All right, we're gonna come back the next day, because this price action is looking a bit more tough for me anyway. You have to be honest with yourself. Got to be honest. All right, now this is very very interesting. Okay, crazy reaction. Crazy reaction. Very crazy reaction. All right, the fact that we failed to break all the way down there, my weak structure is up there still, but at the same time, all right, you know what, let me mark this out. 15-minute. This is external change of character on the 15-minute. We were bearish at the right hand of the market, right side, head, shoulders. Let's wait until, oh wait, I think this is 8 a.m. now, is it? Okay, it's 8. So right now, since we're on the right side of the shoulder, we're clearly trying to go down. So what I'm going to do is, if I want to take trades in the opposite direction, I need to wait for market to shift back to bullish on the 15-minute, or like 5-minute even. That's fine. But if I were to be taking trades, I'd be taking sells, obviously, right? So for AU, due to the fact, not an AU, on NZD, due to the fact that we are, 1 minute, let me just, 1 minute, external change of character, that we are in these equal highs, but on the 15-minute we're still bullish, and we are currently reacting to this imbalance. All right, that's a very good reaction, in fact. Okay, this could be the point where we start to reverse, maybe. Okay, so for example, this one, it might absolutely run through this POI, maybe, right? Because on the 15-minute we have shifted, and we are in a discounted zone somewhat. Or maybe this could play out, which is going to be interesting. Wait, so we got an external break of structure. That's a 3-minute, but then we got a small break, and now we're shifting. Let me see. All right, this looked like a nice trade, but I wouldn't take this because it's counter trend still. I would still wait. I would wait until now. I think now would be a good time to take a, okay, now that, yes, okay, that's fine actually. That is fine. All right, let's take this. You got a shift down as well, because this could easily be a reaction to go back down easily. So I think we might get stopped. Yeah, all right, that makes sense. That's fair enough. And we did not come to the extreme 3-minute, so I think this might play out. I'll take this as well. We're still bearish though. Why am I taking buys when we're bearish? You know what? We're forward test this, but like, 1 second. I'm trying to figure this shit out. I think on the 3 minute, like, we're still bearish. I don't really know what I'm. Okay. All right. Okay. Gotta shift up. Gotta break up. Failing to break the low on the left. I'll take this. Buy. Simple buy. Refined entry. To RR. The reason, I mean, that wouldn't have hit TP. Reason for that is due to the fact. Let me 1 second. Let's actually evaluate this properly because I don't think I'm using my brain here. 1 second. I need to be more logical. I don't know what I'm doing. Wait. This doesn't feel smart for me. Like, okay, there was another trade. Let me go over that too. Okay. All right. Okay. 1 second. Okay, let's go step by step. We've got a very good reaction on the 15 minute imbalance right here, right? Okay, we know that. We got our change of character externally. Okay. We got our break after that. That's fine. But realistically, this break... Yeah, it's a break. Okay, good. Then price comes all the way to here. And we see an order flow shift up. Now, this order flow shift, let's just evaluate this order flow shift compared to this one. Like, this order flow shift... Okay, the actual trade itself, this one is valid. Okay. Because this, you know, same idea as before. I don't know how many times it's going to play out of 10. Right? But overall, it does play out about 50%, 40%. That's all that matters, right? That's fine. But the thing is, like, there was an order flow shift here internal, right? Price, I just got induced realistically. Price got, price respected this high and then was targeting this low. So I traded against the weak structure. That's fine, okay? That's perfect. Valid loss. But then, when we came into a more extreme area, and then we got our change of character, this is more of a extreme zone because we're in a discounted area. Then we got a shift, and then we got our continuation. And that's when it played out because it came to the extreme area. Right? That's good. It came to the extreme area. It failed to break. And then we got a shift up. And then we got our continuation. So that makes it higher probability. That's right. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's not bad. So same thing here. There's no order flow shift. And then we got our change. Then we got our breakout structure. Now there's two outcomes. Now one of them can play out, or the other one. It's all about probabilities again. Either this one will play out, or this is just inducement for the zone below, which is now this. And realistically, this is what I should be taking. Because now, actually, we're still bearish on the 15-minute, so I might get smoked because I'm trading against the weak structure still. Right? So yeah, I think, okay. So we're still against the 15-minute at the moment. So of course, I wouldn't take this yet. Only the NZD one. And then another thing, after this breakout structure happened, if we pay attention to this, price came into this imbalance and already took out the weak structure. So this trade actually played out too, but it never came to the extreme, so I couldn't take it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Now though, we are bearish 100%. That's true. Still bearish. And in fact, you know what? I think I'm looking at the market wrong. Yeah, where's this? We're just bearish. Okay, I should just be waiting for sales. It's just a bit harder to look at. You got a 15-minute. If this gets respected, I'll be looking at sales again. If not, then nice. That's nice. Let's see. All right. Okay. I think instead of trading, okay, let's be real. Instead of trading, I maybe should have just waited for this to happen before trading, because now that we got a shift, now this has confirmed for us the price wants to maybe go higher, you know? So now it's actually higher probability to take continuations up. Nice continuations up, not just any random garbage looking continuation, please. I need to fix up. We gotta change up. I mean, this is getting late in the day. However, I will still try to. Not looking too good so far. Like, maybe, but the break is not the best. I mean, I would be taking some now, but it's kind of gone. I'm not gonna take anything else. Late in the day. Wait for the next London session. All right. Okay. Okay, this is very, very, very clear price action right now. So UTC, 8 a.m. I need 8. 45, come on. Ah, that's tough. My continuation is gone. Is this 8 a.m. yet? Okay, 8 a.m. I'll go over why I'm doing this in a second. 2.3 limit. It's a D. Same thing, maybe? Oh no. That one shifted. Okay, fair enough. Might get stopped. Doesn't matter. 15-minute. Okay. Okay, okay. Alright, that's tough. That is actually tough. Because I was really expecting this to be a win. Wait. Okay. 15-minute continuation up. Okay. Alright. I think I know what happened. Alright. I did not evaluate it properly. We had equal highs one time. We're trying to go for that low. But then it failed to break, so we're trying to go for the high. And then... yeah. Alright. That's not looking too hot. That ain't looking too hot. Alright. What we're gonna do is we're gonna wait and see if we can get some good reactions. Price came... wait a minute. Oh, wait. Just realized something. I just realized something right here. Because in my head, this is the weak structure right now, right? So we had the 15-minute break, so I was just trying to look for continuations up. That was the idea. And I think we just got something right now. Right here. It's a reversal, but supported by the fact that we got equal lows and the overall structure. And I got smoked. Wow. Alright. Alright, fair enough, fair enough. I think I'm gonna... okay, fair enough. We're going for this low. On NZD. So realistically, sells is what makes sense. Sells is what makes sense for now, but I mean, what kind of price action is this, homie? Get me a better break of structure, though. Get me a better break. Okay, I mean, not the best change as well. All right, wait, the only break of structure got played off of. Okay, that is nice. We got a 15-minute. Getting a pullback. We got equal lows. Doesn't matter. I'm not gonna take it straight off. However, oh, not this. Sorry. First hour. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna put this POI up. Let's see. Alright, now we're gonna take this 100%. I'm just trying to take continuations now until the weak structure or I get stopped. Till I get weak structure or I get stopped out. So let's see. No, wait. Oh my god. I almost closed it. So that's one. I think I've just lost my energy or something because I'm not talking as much. Right. I need to go through the thought process myself again in my head, or talk it out loud because that's how I do things. But now that we got a weak structure, clear weak structure, got good confluences on this trade, that's why I took it. That's fine. Yes, but do we have good confluences for the next one? Or do you have anything for AU? Not really. I mean, AU, by the looks of a filter break, and it's trying to go for that low, but I'm not going to focus too much on that because we got clear target on NZD as of right now. Okay. No good confluences for now, but we do have. Okay. I'm gonna take this because it's towards the weak structure again. Now remember, the external structure has been taken once again. It could pull back and stop me out and then go back for sales. That's fair enough. Not much I can do. And that is, how did I not get stopped? Please, someone tell me. I should have got stopped. 1 second. 8.4. Okay. 4.4. Usually I have like a 3 spread. Okay, so I don't get stopped. I get saved by 1 pip. Okay, that's nice. That is very nice. Then I need to take this one as well. That's got, this is, look at the confluence in this one, by the way. Oh my lord. This is something that you'd, you know, kind of get excited on if we can get mitigation. Now please play out because no. All right. Confluences let me down. Fair enough. Fair enough. 3 minute. Turn a protected high. All good. Okay, what the hell? We did. I mean, why the hell did I come this close and fail to break? Now that's very interesting. We could be getting some crazy shit going on soon. Maybe. I'm not sure. Maybe. I'm just saying. Okay. Would we take this reversal? I mean, externally we just shifted down, so no. Sorry, shifted back up, so I'm not gonna take this for now. I'm gonna wait because I think what's gonna happen is I think we're being inducement for a zone up here to go back down potentially, or we're in a complete reversal and we're gonna get smoked if we take any sells. So it's either or. So it's better to come up. Okay, I think it's the one of the complete reversal. Oh my god, that's crazy. Okay, we just, you know what we need? What we need. Oh man, wait. Yo, look at that. This is crazy. Look at that. I was right. Okay. It's either or, right? So here, yeah, cool. That played out. So actually realistically, yeah, I could have taken this and got a little win because internal structure, like I said, high probability. Fine. That's nice. Okay, cool. And then we get a complete reversal. And if you look at the continuations, you got one. You got, oh, this one doesn't play out. Oh shit. Continuations wise, that wasn't the best. Alright. If we can get a shift back up, maybe. Let's see what NZD did. Or AU, sorry. Okay. As soon as we got the shift back up, we started going back up. Oh, lost my mic on. Alright. Alright, that is interesting. Yeah, alright. I'm gonna have to refresh that because I can't use the 4-hour. I need to start using the 4-hour more. I just don't use it because I can't really flipping see the price action half the time when I'm halfway through the backtest. Alright. Oh, stop it, please. Okay, now what the hell? Come on, bro. Why are you doing this to me? You got 4-hour equal highs. We got protected structure. It's like a very shit break. I wouldn't consider that change of character. Because like on the 1 hour, yeah, it broke it. But you know what? We're gonna be smart, and we're just gonna follow the 1 hour, or the 50-minute external structure. So we got 1 hour. This is a bit more internal. This is the external break. We're just gonna follow where the market is trying to external change. And then, oh, this is the main big break. External, like 4 hour type shit. All right. Okay, this is a bit. We're in the right shoulder of the market again. Okay, right shoulder. So what does that mean? It means sells would make sense. Okay. Now look, we came to this extreme area. We got equal lows. That's nice. But the auto full shift, even if we do get it, it's not gonna be okay. I'm not gonna be using any of these anyway. So, all right. We're on the right side of the shoulder. I want to forward test a sell. I won't be taking it. Let's see what happens. This is okay. All right. This is a bit tough. Okay. Because when you have this happening in the direction of the market, you're looking at a complete reversal. Because this does look like wick off to me. All right. Or this could just be trendline liquidity to stop a lot of people out to go back down. Now, that's a tough one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait. Okay. I'm not going to take this because it is counter trend overall. But if I were to take it, that would be something. I mean, everything's bearish though. Should I take it? You know what? 1.5, 2.5. We'll forward test it, right? Alright. This would be the next one. Continuation. Let's see. We got stopped on that one. That's fair. Okay. Like, this is a range in market. So, I think I should just wait, yeah? Smart from me. Okay. Okay, I was smart and news was gonna... Okay, fair. This was counter trend, like I said, okay. And then we could go our wick off. Okay, that's fair. Alright. That's fair. That's why I ignored that price action. It's good that I didn't take anything. It was counter trend. I was right about that. Okay, that's good. Now, though... Oh, come on. Give me a nice breaker structure up. Okay. No, well, that's not great. Is it really gonna come all the way back down? But my entry? Nah. Yeah, I think we're kind of chalked. Kind of chalked on that. Could have taken this, but I mean, we're overbought. Could potentially take this, but we're overbought. Kind of trading like blindly a bit. I mean, it's still with the trend. It's just continuations up, but this is something that I need to get good at still. That's another thing. Knowing when to keep on taking continuations and when to stop. Of course, it's with the trend. This is still valid stuff, but because you don't know, it's like it's the fear of getting stopped out. I think that's the problem. If I just bang out the setups like take until I get stopped, which is the idea for me, right? Like I would be taking this, I would be taking this, because you know everything's aligned. But with the higher time frame now, because we definitely shifted up, we are aligned with the 15-minute. And the 1 minute is trying to go up. So realistically speaking, these are like trades I should be in. And I should be in this next one too. I mean, this is later in the day now, so I wouldn't take it. But I should be in this next one too, because we got a breaker structure. And I should take it, keep taking them until I get stopped. So like, if this mitigates... I mean, did we get mitigation? Not really. I mean, this is going into spread hours now. But, like, this is... like, not... You just need to know. I need to get good at like knowing when to keep on going, when to stop. Alright, we're now clearly bullish. Clearly bullish. Coming into 8 AM, let's see. Let's make this London. 7:45, 55. Alright. For example, right now, again, coming into the day. Clearly bullish. Now we're clearly overbought. I don't, because you see these continuations, they're like, you see this one big leg going up for the 15-minute. I'm trying to trade that, but then what's going to happen is there's going to be some candles that are going to be the pullback. So I think for me, The problem is the fear of taking the continuation when this is about to begin. So that's my problem, I think, because I realistically don't know when that's gonna stop happening. So, oh wait, that's actually come back. Let's see. It's got imbalance. Should I take it? I'm not gonna take it because it's overbought. I'm gonna wait. It did play out though. That's nice. All right. Okay. I'm just not comfortable taking them in the middle of nowhere. Like, look, we're in the middle of nowhere. How? Like, we're in. I don't even know where we are. We're in a completely different nation at this point. So, like, how am I gonna? I mean, I could keep on taking them until I get stopped. That's something that needs to get improved upon. Okay, like this would be the next one. That's a 3R. Coming into the day, that would have been like another 2 or 3R here. That's nice. This next one doesn't have imbalance. All right, this one, okay, it does here. Maybe if I use like DXY for like this specifically, maybe potentially, could maybe take them. All right, this is just like, you know, in the middle of nowhere. I mean, this one played off the 3 minute. I was waiting for the 1 minute. That would have got me how much? Like 2.6. That's a lot of money, bro. That's a lot of risk to reward. You know what? Damn, I think today might just be a day where I just don't trade, maybe. Okay. Alright. Head and shoulders, but this is counter trend. I'm not taking that shit. Hell no. It's a random reversal, bro. And I ended up getting stopped that anyway. Okay. Alright. This is getting kinda tough for me. It's not tough because of the technical analysis. It's just tough, like, emotion-wise. Because you don't know when it's gonna stop, so you're like just afraid of not getting, like, you just don't want to get stopped. That's the issue. And then, okay, now we got the head and shoulders, but like we're so late in the day that I just honestly wouldn't even take anything. Because like right now, I would just need to take a sell. Like after we get a shift down, I'll just need to take a sell. Well, not anymore, because look at where we are. Yeah, I'm good. But I wouldn't, like, even that sell I wouldn't really take anymore because we're so far up. No, we're so extremely bullish. There's no point in doing so. So I wouldn't really take that shit. But bro, this price action is looking kind of crazy. Alright, the thing is, I mean, I can trade this price action no problem. It's just like it doesn't look like that on TradingView. So on this, it's just making it a bit look like trashy. So it's not looking clean like I want it to. So that's the only issue. But you know what? If we take a look at like this, if we take a look at it like this, we could be looking at a very nice continuation down because we are on the right shoulder of the market at the moment. So we could, you know what? We'll take this if we get a mitigation. All right. You know what? Okay, let's go with. Wait, did I actually put my stop loss right? 2.3. All right. I mean, it's a bit bigger than I should have, but okay. We'll do this in slow motion, so that way I can actually see my motion if it's good or bad. Okay, that's not looking good. Psych. Okay, now it's not looking good. Damn. All right, that's good. All right. Let me just. Oh, another thing I need to start doing is I need to make sure that I mark out everything. So that way. Okay, so you see at this stage, since we came to the extreme zone, I'm gonna put my stop loss right above this, so when I do get stopped out, I don't take the biggest of losses. Please. All right. Okay, that's not looking good at all. That is looking horrible. That is, in fact, actually, it's not looking horrible yet. We are not out yet, because that is an order for shift down on right here. So this is just a continuation to move lower, maybe a reversal to move lower until this week's structure. But the question is, will it go and break that low? Okay. Now we got a continuation right here to go down. We got a break of structure down. I mean, come on, bro. They didn't meet dirty here with the pullback. If maybe we could have got something else, so we could have got put. You know what? Should I put it to? No, I'm not gonna put it to break even. Oh shit. That's looking kinda trash. If this look okay, because realistically speaking, right? If I'm wrong, this break of structure is going to get violated, and I think we just got violated. All right, we just got absolutely violated hard. But the setup was nice. Was really nice. And you know what? It just flipping. Nah. Oi, nah, mate. Don't do that. Don't you do that to me. I'm not gonna, because I'm not gonna be taking anything. Brava. Bro. What is this? What is this, brother? Brother, what you doing? What is that? Why did I trail my stop? It's a 4R. Well, I mean, you know what? Let's not be upset. Let's be logical, okay? Yo, guys, let's be logical, okay? That was flipping a sexy trade, bruh. That was such a sexy trade. Oh my god. Listen, look at the way that looks. Look how I spotted the fact that we're on the right side of the market. Okay. This is the last break before the move down. As it's breaking this 15-minute break. As it's breaking this 15-minute structure, I mean, sorry. Like, look at that! And emotion-wise, you guys can clearly see I effed up bad. Because I wasn't trailing my stop for anything else but this one. Because I was going slow. So that's not good. That is not good for me. That is horrible. But look at that setup, bro. Look at that beauty. Oh my god. I need to take a screenshot of that. 1 second. No, I'm gonna take it like this. Wait. Alright. Now that is gorgeous. Look at that view. Alright, okay. That's gorgeous, bro. Alright. Anyways, let's continue. Let's continue. Don't get too excited. Equal. I mean, this is after the external. I'm gonna, I think, chill on this one. Counter trend anyway. This one is gonna be chilled upon. Yeah, that's nice. That is nice, man. You know, wait, bro, I just effed up again. I just realized something else. This is like the first break of structure as it's breaking the 15-minute low. I was meant to take this as well. That's part of the system. This just goes to show that I don't know my own system intimately. Oh, that's not good. That's another screenshot. 1 second. Alright. Let me take a screenshot of that. This is very important for me, and I need to take a screenshot of this. I need to put this in my thingy. I know, like this, I would just be ignoring anyway. Okay. This though. Oh man, that's just depressing. All right. This. Okay, now I shouldn't be taking anything. Now I'm not meant to be taking any. Like, look at that, bro. If I just follow my system, right? Look at this. We get a 4R, which is 4K, and then this is meant to be about that much, and that's a 6K day, guys. Do you understand how crazy that is? $6,000. All right, bro. Okay, I need to stop getting so excited. All this just because if I just follow my system, that's what happens. If I just follow, like right now, I'm not meant to take anything else. Right now, I'm not meant to take anything. Let's see. Oh man, I just want to see what happens though. I mean, end of the day is just horrible to look at. If maybe it came all the way up there. No, definitely not. Actually, I lied. Bro, that's crazy. All right, let's go to the next day. Just looking at that is making me happy. The fact that the only two setups that I was gonna take for the day ended up as wins, it's just like, it just makes you feel good, you know? Just makes you feel really good. What time is it? 45. Oh, come on, we got equal lows, all right. Not the best conferences. I would have taken this right here, not the continuation though, because that just looks horrible. Maybe we get a reversal to go down, maybe. All right, that is very nice. I should have probably drawn this out better. No, sorry, done it before it actually came and tapped my POI. Another way I enter, by the way, is through the market, like market execution if I'm unsure. So let's say I'm unsure for this one. What I do is I wait for a 1 second shift. We don't get a shift yet. Not a shift. Oh, shift. So realistically, I'd be entering there. And then I need to manually enter like this. And then let's see. Can this play out, please? Not play out, sorry. Can this run? Like the actual feature to run the thing. All right, we get stopped. Fair enough. Get stopped. No way, man. The idea was that we are bearish externally on the 3 minute and the 1 minute. We have broken this low. We got a shift, so this was an indication to move back down to target this low. However, unfortunately, we ended up taking a loss, which is fair enough. And the 50-minute equal lows actually took. Actually, clearly was more important. So that's what I should have paid my attention to. So right now I'd be taking this right here if it actually comes back. It doesn't come back. Now I would be taking, that's not looking too great, but I'll take this. Please. All right, we got mitigation. POI wise, I should have, stop loss is not the best. But I just realized we're still counter trend. Oh my god, this is gonna end up as a loss. What am I doing? You know what? I'll take this as a loss. I'll take it because just for the mental side of things, I know it's gonna be a loss. I just realized I did not do my analysis properly. I don't know what the hell I've just done. This is horrible. Horrible. You know what? In fact, if it actually comes to... You know what? Since it's come to break even, I'm gonna take this shit off. I ain't taking that. Let's see. Yeah. It was so obvious. It was so obvious, bro. I don't know. Honestly speaking, I have no idea why I did that. Because we're clearly trying to go down. I don't know why I did that. That's so dumb. Like, I did not do my analysis properly. Trying to take trades against the trend. What the hell am I doing? Sorry. But this should be... I mean, I would have closed it after I seen this. 100%. That is true, which is exactly what I did. Ended up saving myself. And then, now, I'm going to be taking this. Last break. Before the move down. Okay. Not that one. Let's get this next continuation. It's got a little bit of imbalance. I'll take it. Externally, it has shifted down, by the way. So we could be getting a pullback into a zone above before moving back down. So we might get stopped here, but it's fine. Once again. So we're trying to go up before going back down. That's fair enough. All right. Let's go to... All right, forget about that shit. We need to wait for a nice shift down. A nice one. Or you could have just... shit. I was inducement. I was inducement. I was inducement. I was inducement. God damn. That's so bad for me. I should have taken that. Okay, we might get smoked here. We just wicked off like a crazy, off that. Okay, no, we don't get stopped. Don't even get mitigation. Fair enough. I messed up so bad, guys. I messed up. So they're so bad. This is the second one, so I'm not gonna take it, but let's just see. Alright. I messed up so bad. It's so bad for me, bro. Alright. Let's see. This is this is a fractal. Start the system again. This is what I was meant to do. No, my fractals, by the way, for the people that don't know, it's just a continuation of the 50-minute time frame. So we got a shift. So realistically, I'll be targeting that, but I just target the internal structure now. So this is what I would be targeting. And you know what the funny thing is? I could have scaled in, and I didn't even do that. I don't know. Okay, today was actually horrible what I done. This whole thing that I did, I was like that. This whole section was absolutely horribly played from me because I did not follow what the 50-minute was doing. It was clear as day what was going to happen, and I still managed to mess it up. There was 1, 2, 3 trades I could have taken. With the confluences. What the hell am I doing? Until weak structure. I could have done that. Okay, fine. Or done that. That's also fine. Or just take the continuation till the internal weak structure. Boom. That's it. What the hell am I doing? Now that's actually horrible from me. I need to take more screenshots of that. Sorry. I really don't know why I did that. I have no idea. Screenshot of that as well. That's horrible. Like I know exactly what to do in this situation, but I still managed to mess that up. That is, you know, we're gonna have to come back the next day. We took 2 losses, stupid losses. We're gonna have to come back next day. I need to redeem myself. Oh, that was so bad. That was horrible. Alright, starting off 50-minute, please focus up on the 50-minute now. You can clearly see price failed to break this high. Then we got fails to break that. Then we get a pullback. Oh my god. No setups for now. Oh, actually we do have a setup. Just trying to, I think we're definitely trying to go down now. 100%. 100%. We do have a low being broken now, and we do have a setup. Well, unfortunately, we didn't get anything. That's fair enough. And well, we just got equal there. But what I would be taking is this one. All the way to the low. That's the, actually we did break above. Actually, no, I'm not gonna take that. I wouldn't be taking this. I would just rather be safe. It's not looking too hot at the moment. All right, let's see. We did get a shift down. Now we are waiting for an audible shift down, like a good one, not some garbage audible shift. Do we get a shift down? We do get a shift down. So as we're shifting down, we'll take this continuation down. Not the best break. I'll wait. We never even got mitigation anyway. This one is something I would take 100%. Hopefully we don't get newsed upon. Like, hopefully there's no news and just absolutely smokes me. But let's see. Alright, we get I was gonna get stopped at. Realistically speaking, in the real world, right, I wouldn't be taking this because of news. If I knew that news was about to happen, I would just ignore this. But it's okay. we're gonna have to come back next day. No, we're not gonna have to come back next day yet. Like, that just goes to show, right? That's just depressing, right? 1 second, I just want to go through this. Look, 6 R right here. If I just followed my system, 6 R, valid loss, invalid loss, valid loss. So 2 valid losses. 6 R to 4 R, then 4.5. That's 10. Plus almost 3, so about 12. Let's just say 12. And then the next one, another, so about 15. In just over 2, well, for the Friday to the Monday, that's 15 rest of the world. Like, if I just, like, look, that's 15k right there, and I've passed the account if I just followed my system. Oh my god. That's so bad for me. Alright, all good. It's so horrible. 14. You know, this is, you know, it's just part of the game, to be fair, bro. Like, it's just how it is, man. It's just part of the game. Not much you can do. I would just, okay, no, I'm gonna be spamming continuations now. I'm absolutely spamming. Well, that's not really. Okay, that's not great because we never got a mitigation on anything. Damn. The reason I was gonna spam is because we're clearly bullish now, trying to go for the high, so we're getting no clean breaks. Not really getting anything. Yeah, we're gonna have to come back the next day, guys. Gonna have to come back the next day, homie. 7, is it 8? I'm getting tired of doing this now, by the way. With the fact, getting kind of tired. Wait, she. 4 hour. Oh, come on. 1 hour. We're bearish. Okay, we're on the right side of the market still. Still bearish. That's fair. It's perfect. We might be getting something nice now. Maybe. You know what? Since we're at the extreme, I'm gonna do something a bit. It's still part of the system, but it's just a bit different. Let's see. All right. That was very simple, by the way. Like, I just looked way too good to not take. It just way too good. It's just a continuation. I should have just taken it off the 15-minute, but off the small order flow shift, I should have probably done that to get a 4R, but it's fine, bro. Like, it's whatever. Not the best. It's alright. Continuation wise, we had 1 continuation, 2 somewhat, but I mean, not the cleanest ones, so that's another thing. Let's see if we can get a continuation now. This is the last break. No, not the best. It's a horrible break. I wouldn't take it. Now, see, if it comes all the way back up, that'd be interesting, but it's not something that I would want to take. I mean, we got a target right now. We got somewhat of a reaction right here. We're trying to go down clearly. Still right side of the market. Since we're trying to go down clearly, the thing is, there was a small order flow shift back up right here, right? And we're getting towards the extreme zone. So for that reason, I'm not going to take this. Because we could be just getting like a complete reversal up, right? And we could just be inducement, and that's pretty much what's happening right now. So I'm going to completely ignore that. I'll be waiting, and we got a complete market shift up for now. And last breaker structure is up there. So we're just in the pullback phase basically. So technically speaking, yeah, you could take a continuation going up higher, but don't really want to take anything going up like this right now at the moment, because not the best confluences to begin with, and 2, it's counter trend. So I'm just going to be waiting. I mean, I know that the weak structure is all the way up there for now, but I'd rather just... Okay, that's looking very nice. It's just a nice continuation down again. Like, look, see this, what I'm doing right here? It's the mistake that I made right here. We got a clear 15-minute break, change down. Okay, gonna change like this. We got this is our last break. I'm gonna put the stop up there, and I'm gonna target down there. This is what a fractal is, by the way. Okay, that's just not nice. Marcus doing me dirty. Continuation, nice continuation. This one, ours is tapped it. I mean, it's wicked off, so we could be getting smoked here. We could be getting completely reversed on. It's a possibility. But listen, you just have to take your chances. Yes. Okay. All right, I'm coming now. All right, so I'm gonna have to actually leave now. Guys, listen. This backtest is not going... Like, in the backtest, you shouldn't really... In my opinion, I'm doing kind of garbage. I'm not following my system to the T. I'm not happy about that. It's not going too great. But what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna... I don't know why I did that. Just ignore that. I wouldn't have taken that ever in my entire life. It's just bad practice anyway. So right now I actually have to go out, and Wednesday the 19th. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna resume this back test after I come back later in the day. But as of right now, we can go and take a look at the analytics. So just before I go, let me just... All right, what the hell? All right, let's see. We've got about a 40% with... I mean, it's not bad, but it's not... look at the graph. It's not... Like, it should be like this. With this system, the way I trade, it should be like that. It should be like... Let me just go draw this out. I mean, can't be bothered to wait. It should be like that, like a bullish trend. Okay, that's how it should be. It's not doing the best. It's not doing the best, but... Alright, I'll come back. And then I'll continue this back test. But so far, it's okay. But... It's not as... I'm not doing exactly as I should be. You know? Should be a lot better. But that's okay. I mean, the whole point is to get better, right? Yeah, that's the whole point. But it's just, you know, annoying me because I'm not following my system to the T. And, you know, you're human. You're gonna make those mistakes. So that's fair enough. That's fine. But yeah. All right. I'll come back and then we'll go over the next day. I was gonna trade this day anyway, so it's fine. But yeah, all right. We're gonna put this up for the next day, and then we're gonna continue this back test. What time is it? UTC +1, and that's it. I just realized there would be trade right here, and actually I wouldn't be in that. All right, okay guys, I'll come back. Last 10 days we'll do that, and yeah, in a bit, people, in a bit. All right, boys, I am back. Let's continue with this backtesting session, baby. Come on. All right, so where did we left off? All right, let me put this to UTC +1. Okay. All right, so on the 1 hour time frame, we can see that we are gone back to bullish. We got 1 hour internal change of character. Let me write this down. 1 minute. Not 1 minute. 1 hour internal change of character. And we're in this imbalance. We are definitely trying to go up, right? So what am I gonna do? I'm going to take a setup in that direction. Let's have a look at Oh, I think NZD. Okay, this is a bit. All right, 4-hour external structure is bullish. 4-hour BOS currently in this demand zone for NZD, and we are getting a very good reaction. Like, look at the way it's reacting off. If you just look at the candles, by the looks of things, there's a lot of like selling pressure here, but then out of nowhere, we got this big push up. So I don't think this breaker structure is going to play out, but I'm still going to go based off of what we see in it. So right now, of course, we're expecting price to go down technically because we are bearish, but for EU, we're expecting it to go up because we clearly shifted back to bullish. So I'm going to do is I'm going to try to take setups on EU instead. So let's see. I'll try to take a nice continuation on EU here. Let's see. Okay, we got a setup right here. I mean, I don't think price is going to come back all the way down. I mean, if it does, I'll take it, but I don't think it will. What's NZD doing? We got a shift. Okay, alright. Okay, let me put this down. As a trade I would take. I mean, I don't think it will even come back though. Oh, maybe it will. Alright, let's put a limit. Should I enter it off there, or should I wait for a bit more of an extreme or refined entry? I think that's fine. I'll just take it just to the 3-minute. Alright, so we broke structure up, clearly trying to go up, and we just missed out on a continuation on EU because I was looking too much at NZD. Fair enough. This would have been a trade I would definitely take because it's a continuation, quite simply. So let's put this down, and then let's put the 2 restore out. Very nice, beautiful trade. And then we got this one. I would take this as well in a heartbeat, bro. Just a nice little continuation. Let's see if we can even get a mitigation though. And this is the last break still. Alright, we're in. We're going to target all the way up. Let's see. Oh, we might get absolutely smoked. Oh my god. Alright, fair enough. It's a valid loss. 3-minute internal break of structure. 3-minute internal protected low. It had the imbalance that we wanted. It was as it was breaking the structure. It's just unfortunate that it ended up as a loss. Okay, that's fine. Now next, what we're going to be looking at, I mean, at the moment, I don't think I'm just going to be waiting for price to go back to bullish at the moment, unless we get a shift. So for example, right here we can clearly see we got a 15-minute break of structure, so I'm just expecting for a reaction to happen. Oh, that's actually kind of not that good. I wouldn't have taken that because that failed. Trying to go target the low, that's fine. However, I think AU, it's a bit. That looks like a horrible trade. Yeah, I don't like this. It's not looking good at the moment. Alright, this is definitely going for the low now. I'm just gonna wait, actually. I'm just going to wait this out for now. There's not really much for me to do. We know that we're trying to go down on this now, 100%. That's fine, but I think we should take a continuation now. Alright, let's look at the last break. This is our last break, so let's use this one as our POI. But stops above the entry there. So my analysis was wrong for this pair. So I was expecting, as I went over earlier, I was expecting it to, you know, go up and break the high. No, not break the high, but absolutely not go and break this low, which it did exactly the opposite of what I said. So I need to, but I did say at the same time that I was gonna what's it called, shit, I was gonna still follow what the market is showing me, and which was it trying to go down. And well, after it, after I did that, I changed my bias, and price ended up doing exactly that, which is fair enough. Now, as for any fractals, there was a fractal right here, but there wasn't like a clear POI that I could have used. Potentially, I could have used like, let's say like this POI right here to then target this low, 1.36R. I mean, of course, if it's a fractal, I'm meant to go target all the way down, but of course, like I said before, earlier this morning, I'm going to be going based off of just internal structures. Okay, so ended up hitting TP, so we hit TP on that trade. That's nice. Now, I think we are quite late in the day, so I'm going to come back the next day instead of taking any other trades. So, what is this? +1 still. Okay. 15, 30. Alright, it's 8 AM. So, as of right now, based off what I see, this is going to be counter trend. We just failed to break these lows. We did break structure down just now. So, we could be looking at a pullback potentially. So, you could... Let me just mark this stuff out. 15-minute internal breaker structure. You've got a 15-minute internal protected high up there. Now, this is around an extreme zone on the 1 hour time frame, since we had this 1 hour change of character back up bullish. So we could be looking at buys only after the 15-minute changes back to bullish, because that will be our confirmation that the price wants to move back higher. Now, as for NZD, this is the weak structure as of right now, since these lows were failed to be broken. So with that in mind, I would be looking at buys, but I won't be just yet until this 15-minute confirmation. So for example, for AU right here, we just clearly failed to break above that high, so I'm going to be looking for sells. I think there was a trade right here. Look at that. We had, as soon as it came to the extreme, we had this little change, and then we had this POI right here, and then of course you'd be putting your stop above that, and for a fractal targeting all the way down there, but I'm going to target that. Okay, that's nice. Let's look at a nice little continuation potentially. Let's look at this one. So real quick. Not the best risk to reward, but listen, it is what it is. Alright, now, I mean, the market's just gone. Just gone, just gone, just gone. Yeah, that's why I didn't want to take any buys. It's counter trend. So what's the point? It's better to just wait. If anything, if I looked at this 50-minute internal change of character, price came back to then went down. That's pretty nice. Okay. 1 hour. Let's look at the 4 hour time frame. We are still... You know what? Actually... Even on the daily, we shifted bullish. Okay. That's nice. But of course, we are bearish at the moment. So we got our 1 hour internal... No, this is actually more of an external break. Is it? Yeah, it is. Right now, I'm going to be looking for a pullback. I don't see the point in taking just, any continuations now, because we're in the middle of nowhere, to be honest with you. And I tried to follow, and I didn't expect this to hold until there was clear proof that I wanted to move back up. And it literally just got breached. So... turns out that this was the weak structure, and everything here was just inducement for a zone below right here. So we got an imbalance that price can come and mitigate into. I can't use the 4 hour again. That's nice. On the 1 hour, the 1 minute time frame, I think actually this was a continuation as that was being broken. So that's another trade potentially that I did not enter. I mean, the breaker structure wasn't the greatest, but it's not the worst trade in the world. But this looks like a nice trade to me. It's got imbalance right here. It's got just a tiny bit of inducement. It's got inducement right here though, to the POI. That looks good to me. As of right now, I think I'm just gonna wait for a pullback, and then order flow shifts down to go back down again. I mean, this is just a continuation. Let's see if price is actually reacting to this to go down. Like, this is, I think I've talked about this before in the morning, but things like this when you're in the middle of nowhere, I don't know if I should just keep on taking continuations until I get stopped out, or if it's just better to just wait. I think, in my opinion, I think it is better to wait, but let's just see what happens for now. All right, this is our last break of structure up there, so I'd be looking for a reaction from that imbalance or that supply zone. Same thing here. Now both pairs look very similar. Alright, we're still bearish. We are definitely still bearish. I'm not going to be taking any buys for sure. I'll forward test, like, I'll just forward test this, right? Let's say I were to take this continuation, counter trend. Let's see if it were to play out. And we get smoked. This is why I don't do that. Now we got another break. That's nice. Let's see. I want a pullback into that zone again. And then potentially, I mean, AU just looks better here. So I'm just going to be waiting for AU for now. I don't think there's really much for me to do for the moment. Like, I wouldn't be taking any of this stuff. Like, all this price action for me right now is just garbage, bro. Yeah, this is just garbage. Yeah. Not much. It's starting to get late as well in the day, so I think I might call it. Yeah, I think I might call it for this day. I'll come back. And you know what? I just realized there's the imbalance. As soon as I tapped, it started reacting. So potential reversal, maybe? No. Not until there's actually a 15-minute change of character. Not going to be predicting. If the market wants to go up, it will go up. If it wants to go down, it will go down. You know what I mean? And I'll just follow what it's trying to do. So right now we got a 50-minute little change up. Counter trend. It looks like it's trying to reverse. Yeah, it's definitely looking like it's starting to reverse. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to try to get into that move up potentially. Only after this shift, and we just did get a shift, so I'm gonna take this right here. No, not this one. I'll take it off here. 1 second. This one. Let's do the imbalance right there. Okay. Target all the way up there. I think I need a bigger stop loss. 2.8. Limit. And we never even got a mitigation. And I think we just missed the next continuation, which is fair enough. Which would have been... No, actually, I wouldn't have taken that. I don't think so. Well, would I have taken that? Let me see. Just shifted up, and this is just a break of structure after. It's got imbalance. You know what? We're gonna have to forward test this one. I'm not sure about this one. Yeah, I'm not sure because this one, it went and tapped these equal highs, right? Which makes it a lot lower probability. So that's why I don't want to really take it. It would just looked kind of poopy. All right, let's look at what we can potentially look at. Like, if I'm being honest, I don't think sells would really make sense right now because by the looks of things, it's looking like it's trying to reverse a bit. Like, look at the way it just slowed down completely, and then we had a big push up and it's trying to slowly go back up. So I don't think we might be going down. I don't think that that's going to happen. So what I'm going to do is I'll take this continuation. It looks good. It looks nice. I'll take it off. You know what? Let's use the Fibonacci 2. And we're going to be targeting the weak structure internally. Once again, it just looks nice. So I'm going to... And I just realized, I think EU, we should probably be paying attention to EU. And we did not get mitigation. That is fair enough. This is the next continuation. Let me just take a look at EU. I'm expecting... Ooh, okay. we did just shift down, so we could be looking, but we did reach target on the 15 minute because that was the weak structure, and we are trying to go up overall, and we did just break structure up. I'm not gonna take it, but I think this would be high probability trying to go up because it failed and we got equal lows, and it's trying to go up. Now this is just like a continuation again, as it's trying to go for these highs on the left. So I think this is good. In my opinion, this looks good. Let's just see if we get stopped out or not. I think I might get stopped. Maybe not. Yeah, alright. That looks good. Because it's trying to change character, and by the looks of things, we're trying to reverse up, right? So if we're trying to go up, all I have to do is just, you know, get in into a trade with good confluences. Clearly, we've got inducement, we've got imbalance. Just need to get in with good confluences and just ride that direction. It's that simple. And, you know, I got a nice little 2 wrist reward just by doing that. So, that's very nice. Now, as for AU, we did end up wow, wait, I just realized. It did end up playing out. No, I didn't take it because... Actually, I should have taken it. Look at that beautiful imbalance entry that I could have used. That looks absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, that looks gorgeous, bro. That's a 2 wrist reward off the imbalance POI with inducement to it. Inducement being this right here, this little wick. That looks absolutely gorgeous. But the idea behind this is quite simple. We're clearly trying to shift up, and we also had this 15-minute change of character, bullish. Now, you know what? Let's actually give this more strength. So we're gonna go and use the higher time frame. We can see equal lows, and then we can also use the fact that we are in this big imbalance over here to the left. So that means we're trying to go up, right? Price is a bit choppy though, so that is another thing to keep in mind. Now, that's why I tried to trade NZD, because it was not as choppy as the other one. But it's still trying to reverse. It's still, you know, trying to go up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the next continuation after 2. I'll just keep taking them until I get stopped, right? Because I don't know when it's going to stop playing out. I don't know that. So I'm just going to keep on taking them. Let's see what happens. Because this could literally... Wait, what area is this? Okay. Because this... Wait. This could literally be the area where it reverses. Nope. In fact, when I was looking at this, I was thinking... Because of this order flow shift... that's not the best order flow shift, actually. Forget about it. AU, do we have anything nice? Now, AU is trying to go for these highs on the left. We clearly shifted. We're trying to go up higher. So, what I'm going to do is I will take... I'm going to have to take some extreme POI, though. Let's see. Let's see if we even get the pull back all the way down. Now, I would be taking it from there, but I want to take a bit more of an external entry just because we're quite high up. So make a higher probability for myself, even though I'm like, even if like I'm meant to get stopped, just make a high probability for myself, and this way I'll get higher risk to reward anyway. So I'll just, okay. All right, now that right there is a violation. Okay, you know what? Let's be honest though. There was not an imbalance or anything. The imbalance was all mitigated here. The imbalance was all the way up there, and it got absolutely run through. So I mean, now that we got stopped, I won't be taking buys anymore. Clearly, yeah, definitely not taking buys. Now I'd be looking for sells. I'm gonna be waiting for a pullback, and you know what? This is it doesn't have imbalance, but I was thinking about this potentially, but I'm gonna have to wait until something else. Oh man, the EU one did have imbalance. I wanted to enter that. I wanted to enter this one, but then come on. I wanted to enter this, but it didn't have imbalance, bro. Alright, whatever. It's all good. It's all good, it's all good. We definitely got a shift up. It was off. But actually, it doesn't matter where it was off for now. Let's actually just focus on AU because we are getting close to a target potentially. We did just shift back down, and there is a lot of bearish momentum. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see if price actually wants to keep moving lower or not. This would be the next continuation. Let's see if we can get a reaction off of any of these zones. News just happened and failed to break the high, so the low is weak and the target. Same thing here, trying to move lower, and we just, I think, failed to break the low. Yeah, I think we just failed to break. So that means the high is weak, and we might be potentially going up to target this high. So with that, the reason why I'm saying that high is because of the simple fact that there was this low, because overall, of course, we were still bearish, but this was a bit of a prediction pullback. Not pullback, but like prediction reversal when I was taking those longs, right? Now that it's failed to break this low, I'm potentially seeing if price wants to go and break the high. Okay. Now just, I mean, it doesn't have best confluences again. Yeah, and it just shifted back down. All right, I think wait. Yeah, I'm gonna wait. I don't think I'm gonna take anything. It's getting late as well, so I'm gonna have to call it a day and come back the next day. What time is it? Is it UTC? It's about to be time. Is it 8 yet? Nope. Okay, it's 8 now. All right, perfect. So as we expected, ended up breaking the high. Okay, that's great. What about NZD? We just broke structure up as well, so we got a 15-minute BOS. We could be looking at price pulling back into this zone over here before moving back up, because I think that's what it's looking like. Oh shoot. Okay, we did just get a shift up, leaving behind a very good imbalance, so I'm gonna potentially take this. Was this off of like an imbalance or anything? Yeah, it was, so I'll also keep that in mind. Right here, imbalance. What about AU? AU came to, where did it come to? It came to this 15-minute POI right here, and it shifted back up, meaning that we're probably looking at buys again. The trade actually, oh, I think it might come back. I'll just put a buy limit here. Now, of course, you guys have to, like, what I have to do myself is always remember the actual conditions. So of course, we got our 15-minute equal lows here, which is absolutely great. Okay, which is supporting our trade furthermore. We're coming off like a very good higher time frame POI, indicating that price wants to move higher. The only downside is going to be, like, you should do this for every single trade. The only downside, and to look at like the downsides and the upsides for each trade. So the downside for this right here is the fact that we're not coming off like an extreme zone on the 15-minute time frame, so this could easily still fail to break, come down here to then go back up, right? But you don't know if that's going to happen 100%. So what I do is I just take the chances, and let's see if it plays out or not. Let me just see if the AU one, I think oh, okay, it just tapped. Okay, so you just have to take the chances because you don't know when it's going to play out and when it's not. So for example here, it played out now just off the decisional POI, right? So the decisional imbalance. I don't know if it was going to play off of that or not 100%. I just have to go based off of what I see, right? If it's saying clearly that it wants to go up, we had a reaction, we had our change of character. The POI itself had very good confluences. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to go based off what I'm seeing, right? So of course we have our weak target all the way up there. So all I'm going to do is now is I'm gonna actually, let me see something. I think we might be able to get another trade here. 1 second. This right here potentially could be a trade. It's got a little bit of inducement. It doesn't look the best, but I will still take it. You know, I just have to take your chances, bro. You don't know what's gonna work out 100%. You just have to. It's a game of probabilities. It's a game of probabilities. And I get stopped. Perfect. Okay, that's fine. I still took the chance. There's many times where it goes and hits the target, then it comes back. So for example here, this is why I do internal structures. Realistically speaking, this was a fractal, and I would have been targeting all the way up there, but then look at what happened. It ended up completely reversing on me after it hit TP. So it's better if I just, you know, wait. Not wait, sorry. Target the internal structure because it's got higher probability. I'm gonna have more wins this way. Now, okay, now this is something that is very good, but I've stopped taking this type of trades or these type of changes of character. But like this came to the extreme and it failed to break clearly. So I would be taking longs right now until the high. But just because I'm trying to, you know, change my ways a bit, I'm not going to. I want to wait for like a proper shift. Okay, look at that. Look at that. What did I say? So now that it's come to the extreme, this is a very high probability setup. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mark this out. Let's see if it comes back. I'm not gonna put it in straight away just in case there was news. I'm gonna wait until 1:30 p.m. All right, now that's crazy. It just went without me, bro. Come on. All right, we got a shift. Same thing here. We've got a high to be getting targeted right now, all the way up there. All I need to do is... All I need to do right now is just wait for a shift to go back up, realistically speaking. Just need a nice order for shift up. Oh my god, that's kind of gone, bro. Oh, you know what? Wait. Alright, I should be taking a continuation. I should, because that would be my rule, right? It's failed to break a low. It's trying to go up higher. And it is in a decent zone right here. I'm gonna have to do market execution now. We did get a breaker structure. I'm gonna put this like that. It's gonna be a very low risk to reward, but it doesn't matter. I'll just take it. It doesn't really matter. I missed my entry, but it's fine. Okay, now that is horrible. Wow. That smoked me. Yeah, that absolutely smoked me right there. Okay, fair enough. We did break structure on the 50. You know what? Since it was a clear 15-minute setup, why did I not? I'm only saying that because I didn't get an entry, so I missed the move. It went without me. But you know what? It's fine. It's fine. All right. Our next 15-minute POI. Waiting for a shift. We get a wick. Push up. That looks pretty decent so far. What's AU doing? AU... Wait, what's... Ah, it came back to retest again. Then it went for the target. I didn't pay attention. I didn't realize I was going for the high again. You know, the thing is, you see, in the moment, because if this was happening in real time, I would have more time to analyze. And I would then see this. But since, you know, I'm playing it quite fast, I'm not trying to, like, you know, spend too much time just analyzing every single little thing. I just wanna what's it called, take the general idea of the trades. That's what I'm trying to do. All right, so clear reaction. We're trying to go for this high. I just need to get a nice continuation. I need a nice continuation. I said, not these ugly small. You know what, that looks good to me. I'm gonna take this right there, that there. You know what, let's target the high this time, because this looks like a clear push up. So maybe if this mitigates me into... All right, now that is tough. Maybe I should have been patient. No, maybe I should have definitely been patient, because that did not look like the best trade. It's fine though. It is fine. And it was, I mean, it's at 5 p.m. I don't really take trades at that time either. Why did I... All right, whatever. It's fine. On to the next. Don't need to overthink one little horrible trade. Is it one? Finally went for the target. Wait. Oh, that looks good. Is it 8 yet? No. Oh, come on. Wait. It's not 8 yet. I'll go off the extreme. Take it from here. Clearly trying to go up, so I'm just going to continue. that move up. That's a high risk to reward. That's a very high risk to reward. Let's see if we can get mitigation into that POI. Let's see. We get up. Wow. How? Wait, what? How? Well, let me just see why this happened. How did I just get absolutely obliterated here? Wait. I had imbalance, I had inducement, okay? And we were about to break. Okay, you know what? Yeah, that's fine. That's actually a fair enough trade. That's just an unfortunate loss. I feel like I'm kind of rushing right now and not actually paying as much attention as I should be at the setups. Potentially. Okay. I mean, clearly here, we are trying to go... Oh, wait. We got to change up there on the 1 hour time frame. We got this right here. Okay. Now, this is a bit of a tough one because it wicked off. So ideally, you'd be thinking going for that as the target. But then we got a 15-minute change of character, so we could react to go all the way back down again. So it's either or. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait. I'm just going to wait, actually. I'm not going to do much. On this, we broke structure up too, so... And we don't... Yeah, well, we're going to have to wait a bit more. Quite a while, to be fair. Because there's literally nothing going on. Okay, now, however... I think I've realized... Okay, what's going on? Wait. I think... I may be wrong. I think I know what's going on. I could be wrong about this. But... by the looks of things, I think it's trying to go down both of them. So I'm gonna take this sell position. It's got very good imbalance. The target all the way down there. All right, let's see. That looks okay. I should have. Okay, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? Wait, I'm just looking at a random. Wait. That was so dumb, bro. Wait, no. That was very bad. That was very bad. 1 second. We clearly broke structure up, right? So this was just a pullback to go back up. So why am I taking a... Why am I taking a random sell? Wait, that looks so dumb. Yeah, that looks so dumb. Okay, I'm not gonna take anything. I'm gonna wait. I think I'm gonna wait until what? Until we get clear up price action, because I mean, I have a bias in mind. I mean, obviously there's low getting taken for EU, but for NZD, this was the last break. We failed to break above that high. We got shift down. Okay, not much for me to take right now. Or am I? You know what? Since there's an equal highs and a 15-minute break of structure, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna sit this out. Let's be smart. Let's be patient, and then wait until one of the targets gets targeted. Okay, instead of taking random sells or random buys, let's be logical here. But NZD, however, AUD, however, we're clearly going for a target. This is our last 15-minute break of structure. We got an imbalance. Did we get a shift down? It's not the best shift down, so I'm gonna wait. Let's see. It's late in the day. I'm gonna wait until next day. My analysis is not the best right now. It's okay. Makes better now. Makes it better now, yeah. Because now we have targets, clear targets. So I should have waited until clearer targets anyway. So Shifted, we got a break of structure. Price maybe wants to go up. Not maybe. I think by the looks of it, it just broke structure externally up, so I'm going to assume it wants to go up higher. That little 15-minute like change it, like little breakdown is frying my head a little bit. Wait. Our overall target, overall target is all the way up there. We just shifted bullish. We're clearly trying to go up. So any change of character or continuation that I'm going to see up, I'm going to take it. That's what I'll do. Okay. All right. So you got taken. Next one. Even if it stops me out, that's fine. As long as this one's got imbalance, I'm going to use the Fibonacci tool. I'll enter just a bit, like right there. This is the next continuation. It's a 1 hour. That's so bad. We got a mitigation. Can I stop this? Wait. Alright. We get, okay, we enter and we hit TP on this. We get a 1 hour. Not the best. Next one. What about AU? It's about to reach the target, which is all the way up there. We're not getting clear. Oh, we got a clear break right there. It's failed. I think we're going to go up higher, maybe. NZD. I should have entered. Wait, what have I done? Actually. Why did we get... this is a bit of a tough one. Why is this reacting like that? Wait. You know what? If it's bullish, and overall we are bullish, I'll take it. Regardless, until I get stopped. Let's be logical. Because I do not know when it's going to fully reverse. I don't know that. Yeah, this is failing to break. Doesn't matter. I'm just going to go based off what I see. Alright, fair enough. Fair enough. And then we get a shift down. So now we're going for the low. That's counter trend. But it's right. So we've got a target right now on the 15 minutes. So I'm just going to try to follow the target. Even though this is counter trend and it could still reverse. That's the thing. That's the problem. It can reverse at any moment. So why am I taking it? Is there a good reason for me to take it? I don't really want to take this, to be honest with you. You know what? Even if it plays out, I think this is a good probability trade, even though it's counter trend. I'm not going to take it though. Yeah, okay. Yeah, because it's counter trend. Why am I trying to take it if it's counter trend? Right? Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to be taking the one against it because it would make more sense to me, because this could easily just, you know, be a filter break, and now we're going to continue this bullish trend, and this would make more sense to me. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to put my stop all the way down there. I'm going to put this all the way up there. It's got imbalance. Okay, that looks... I mean, it played out, but that was... Let me see if I would have got stopped. 4.7. 5. No, actually, I wouldn't have got stopped. That's actually a good trade, to be fair. But my entry... Why did I enter off the... Wait. I should have entered off the extreme. I would have got some crazy risk to reward. How much would that have been? 2.2. That's a 4R. Damn. I ended up getting 1.2. That's fair. Okay, that's fair. Fair enough. AU on the other hand, did we get a shift? Oh, AU ended up playing out. That's nice. This ended up failing. And I think we're going for the low now, 100%. Okay, we ended up going for the low. And as it's breaking the low, should I take this? Does it have good confluences? No. For that reason, I will not take it. I think it's filter break again. Trying to go for the low potentially. We did shift down unless we get a shift back up. I will not take it. Let's see if it plays out though. Okay, it played out. That looks very nice. The idea is the same. Oh wait, this actually, I think yeah, I took screenshots of a trade very similar to this earlier. So this is the external low. No, this is the 50-minute low that was being taken. So technically speaking, I should have taken it by then because the confluences are not there. Yeah, so I shouldn't have taken it. Yeah, that's right. This is a good trade, but the confluences were not there, unfortunately. So I shouldn't have taken it. Good. Good, that's good, that's good, that's good. Now we're just expecting or waiting for price to shift back to bullish, to be honest. We're not taking any of this stuff until we go back for longs. Do we get a nice shift up with strength? By the looks of it, I think we might be. Wait a damn minute, what's going on here? I think we're going for a complete reverse. I mean, come on, I can't even use the higher time frame. Come on. Oh, we're going for the lows. External break. Going for the lows. I'm gonna try to get into a continuation ASAP. A nice continuation, not any random one. Keep that in mind. Okay, what the hell? Are we going for the lows though? No, we are. We got this as the target all the way down there. So I'm just waiting for... I mean, it's starting to get quite late in the day. I might just call it. Yeah, I'm gonna call it, I think. It's better to just call it instead. In a bit. End up taking it. Okay, that's nice. Good to see. Alright, it's 8. What's NZD doing? Okay, interesting. I'm looking for pullbacks to go back down. Not any random continuation because I am trading in the middle if I do that. So I'll be waiting. Oh, that looks like a beautiful breaker structure that price can come into to go back down. All right. We're in a decent area. Now, I just need an external shift. Come on. Get me an external shift. Oh, never mind. Never mind. We just ended up getting a shift bullish completely. Fair enough. And as it's... there's no continuations as well as the order flow shift has been put in. That's fair enough. All right. I guess we don't get any trades just yet. That's all good. Will I take anything though? No. Yeah, I don't think I'll take anything yet. I will just wait, to be honest. Until we start going back for... I need a very good order flow shift up first. Let's see. This is a good shift up. Oh, and I just missed it, I think. This... You know what? I'll take it off of this if it comes all the way down. That looks good. That looks good, man. Because we just shifted bullish, so we're trying to go for buys, right? And, well, we don't get any mitigation, of course. That's fine. And we're trying to go for the high. We need a nice break of structure, not any random small break. Need a good, strong, bullish break of structure. Like that. We just shifted up. I'm not gonna take this, but this would be like a little small continuation. It's just way too small. I'm not gonna bother. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother with that. It played out, but don't care. And we ended up shifting up. Sorry, down. And by the looks of things, it's a fail to break for the low to get taken. Alright. That's fair enough, but there's not really much for me to take. And we're still 50-minute bullish, and it's too late in the day, so I'm not going to take anything. Come back then next. Prossimo giorno. Okay. Okay, we're clearly bullish. I mean, if this is not bullish, I don't know what is. Trying to go up. I'm waiting for price to shift back up to take buys. Need a strong bullish order flow shift. There we go. And then I need, okay, that looks, okay, wait a damn minute. Wait a damn minute. All right, we'll just use the 1 minute. That's fine. We'll use this as our POI. Entry right there. 3.4. Entry there. Fine. And then target. All right, now that right there is very unfortunate. Yeah, that's tough. Do we get any other continuations though? That's my question. Oh, that's such a horrible break. You know what? I think I'm gonna take this continuation. As it's breaking, I should have taken this break right here. I should have taken this 2.1. I didn't take it though. Let's see if it would have ended up as a win. Oh, we finished. Oh, come on. Do I even get to see if this would have been a win? Nah. Well, I think that's the end then, isn't it? How much did we make? I mean, percentage gain. I mean, if this actually loads up. Let's go. Show me analytics. 40%. Okay, well, it's not ideal. Because on my other backtests, I had like 63%. All right. You know what? To be honest with you, a 4.73% gain. Honestly, that is actually good. Let's do some maths, yeah? Let me go on the actual charts and let me just quickly do some maths. Alright, so alright, let's ignore that stuff. Realistically speaking, there was like 2 setups, if you guys remember. If I had followed my rules properly, or 3 or 4, so there was a bunch of trades. I know there was a total of 15 risk to reward that went missing. Okay, there was about 15 risk to reward gone because I did not follow my rules. Because you know, my system was saying take it, but I didn't take it, right? I didn't follow what my rules was saying. Okay, and I, you know, one of them I chose my stop loss. It was a 4-hour. There was like a 3-hour good confluences and everything, and I didn't take it. Stuff like that, okay? So, thing is, 4.7 right here, this is actually a very good return. And if you look at the days, 7k day. 3k, that's fine. 2 days no trades. Small loss. This was the one where I trailed my stop loss, I think. That's why it's a small loss. 2k, 2, okay. You know what? It's not bad. It's not bad, honestly. Yeah. New York, total trades 11.26. Win rate was 45% in New York, 34%. Average risk to reward is 1.96, 2.25. Profit is this the profit factor? No, this is just profit. I think it's the profit factor. Okay, total win is 14 to 22. Okay, best win was a 1.56% gain, which is a 3R plus, not bad. The average win was a 1.05% gain, which is a 2 risk to reward. 3 wins in a row. 1.56. Okay. You know what, guys? I might have to keep it real. This is decent. It's not bad. The whole, what you guys have to understand is like, even though, like, just being break even as a trader, even being a break even trader is extremely impressive from what, if I'm being honest, even being a break even trader, because if we're being honest, like majority of people lose money in this industry, right? So even if you're like break even and like close to profit, that's actually very impressive. So this making $9,400 on a 200k funded account, so after the profit split that would be like 7k, plus if I change that into British pounds, that's probably like 6 something k, or like, yeah, about 6k. £6,000 in a month is very good, right? Even if it was like 3k, bro, that's insane. Because it's not about, it's just about being profitable and compounding account. So if I have if I have a million in capital, so that was like 9.5k, let's just call it 10, that's 50k after everything, commissions, probably sitting at about 20 to 25k proper profit. So that is very good, in my opinion. That is extremely good. That is very good. Now this price chart, I need to improve this. How does it zoom out a little bit so I can see the whole thing? Okay, so this is actually not bad, but like you see the way it's like going up and then it comes down. See this area right here is what, this is not like a good area, because this is what it means that for like a period of, how much was it? So over like about 10-11 days, over 10-11 days I was basically break even. Then after that I managed to get the push up. So there was some psychology issues. If I watched the recording back, there was definitely some psychology issues, and I'm pretty sure this is where I didn't follow my rules to the T, right? So just by that alone, if I follow my rules, that this is about, I think this is about 9R in profit or 10R in profit, around that much. Just if I followed my rules, I would have had an additional 15, right? So it's not bad. Definitely to be improved upon. I need to fix my head a little bit more, psychology wise, and I need to bump this up a little bit. I mean, to be honest with you, win rate doesn't actually matter that much. It's just for sure people say, you know, on YouTube and TikTok, all these social medias, oh, you know, 60%, 80% win rate strategy, just to, like, you know, get you to buy their garbage. So honestly, win rate doesn't really matter. It's just about how you did. Like, for example, I backtested May. I had a 40%, so that's actually very good. That's actually very good. Same thing here happened. Look, bit of a drawdown, losing streak here, and then we got a push up, and then after that we just had like a very slow and like losing streak, I think. So we had a peak running PNL of 18k. So if I had this recorded, which I think, oh no, actually I don't have that recorded, but I'd have to go back and look at this. And then, for example, this year, by the way, my system has been going a bit too crazy. But for example, for not April, let's go look at March. So for example, for March, had a 63% with 90 trades. I can't lie. Okay, I'll be completely honest. Since I wasn't doing the video, when I was going through March, right, this just goes to show the difference psychology makes. Because since I'm recording this and I'm gonna be uploading this, I do have like this pressure in the back of my head, a little bit, to like know exactly what I'm talking about and like, you know, be right a bit more, just so I look good. You know what I mean? I'm sure you guys can relate. I don't know if you guys have tried to do anything like this before, but so when I was doing this backtest specifically, right, I was just running through the setups, looking at the higher time frame, middle time frame, and just banging out setups, and I wasn't even actually looking at the P&L. So there was, honestly speaking, there was like no psychology behind this backtest, and these were the results I was getting compared to how I'm doing now, which is significantly, just like a significant difference, right? If I go and look at that one, let's see the average risk to reward on this. This was March. Let me just quickly change that so I know. March 2025. Okay. For example, let me just quickly go and check like the stats for this properly. So for example, this one you had, what is it? Okay, I don't know what. 6 point what? March 20. Oh, this is 2023. Oh yeah, this is, sorry. I think I wrote the wrong one. No, this is the one. Oh yeah, sorry. Okay, so the average RR, just look at this. Look at this, right? Look, my average risk to reward was a 1.85. Yeah, you guys see that? We got an average. Some days, look, I had a 0.5 RR, 0.93 RR one day. We had 2.75. Like, the RR is actually a lot less, but the percentage gain is significantly higher, way more, right? Honestly speaking, if you can manage to make anything between 4% to, like, you know what, anything over like 2-3% of profit is extremely impressive for trading, honestly speaking. Like, I'm here saying that stuff because I know that a lot of people are trying to like get these big wins, and they see like all these gurus on social media, they're getting like 10%, 20%, 30% months. But what people don't realize is they actually blow like 50 million accounts, and then they get that one account that they end up passing, and then they like risk a lot, and then they end up, you know, and they end up making a lot of money from like one payout. But are they actually making profit? You know, are they actually break even? Because you have to look at it as a business, right? Are they in a net profit or a net loss? Even though they got that payout, how many did they blow before that? You know what I mean? So this just goes to show how much of a difference psychology makes. Okay? Because I was just going through this whole back test, this one specifically. I wish I recorded this without actually thinking about posting the video, so you guys could see exactly what I was doing, honestly. But this just goes to show, if you were to just focus on the setups, not look at the P&L, and just bang out trades, right, that your system tells you to take, right, instead of focusing on, you know, focusing too much. Oh, am I going to be right? Am I going to be wrong? How much will I make on this? Will I go and draw down? Things like that. If none of that stuff happens and you just focus on the system, then this is potential results. But I would say, honestly, even if you're getting half of this or a third of this, right, for me, right, specifically, I'm talking about for myself, because I'm just, you know, documenting my journey. Even if I get a third of this, right, it's way more than enough. Even a quarter, right, that's like 14k, which is about almost how much I did in this back test. So even if as long as I'm doing this much, even if it's a bit less than this, you know what, it's fine. As long as I'm, you know, profitable and I'm following my system and I'm improving day by day, then honestly speaking, it does not matter. This is perfect. I just need to fix up my psychology a bit more, clearly, and focus on my system and know it in and out intimately. And I'm definitely gonna watch this back myself and look at the mistakes that I'm making. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this backtesting session with me. And if you guys want to see like another month being backtested, and if you guys think this was actually like helpful or anything like that, let me know. And you know, this is a new channel, so subscribe, maybe drop a like, comment, whatever it is. I'm going to be documenting my journey. In the future, I'll buy a prop firm too soon, and I will start to document my journey with a prop firm account. Probably going to start small because I don't know if I'm going to pass it yet. I don't know if I'm ready. On paper, I am profitable, so like paper trading, fake money, but I don't know if I will be unfunded yet, because I know that my psychology is garbage. So I'm gonna see. But yeah, so if you guys enjoyed this video, let me know. Subscribe, like, comment, and I will see you guys in the next video, whatever it will be. So yeah, peace out, boys.